Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Barry Schmidt. And over the course of the last 10 years, I have had the opportunity, the pleasure, and the sadness to work on the opiate issue. The opiate issue has destroyed many families. The opiate issue has changed the lives of individuals in many different ways, whether from a physical standpoint, an emotional standpoint, or a parent now being a grandparent, having to raise the child of the child that they raised. We can talk about all the problems related to opiate issues, and we could be bogged down in all those different things. But I want to do a different message. As I sit in my car here, I want to do a different message about hope. Hope is something that people with the opiate issue a lot of times don't see. People that are struggling with it, those that are living with it, and those that want to save others from it. Hope. Now, first and foremost, I'm a man of faith. So I think the first and foremost best thing we can do is pray. Pray for those that are struggling with this. Pray for those that are trying to change the system regarding those things across the system. Secondly, I believe that we can educate ourselves. We can educate ourselves to the point where we no longer see the disease, but we see a person. Because addiction is a disease. Opioids, like any other substance, changes the mind and changes the way we think. And the addiction can happen as little as 7 days. Understanding that is very important, because opioids are not the answer. Pain is something that happens to many individuals. Some people have pain because of physical situations. Some people have pain because of an emotional loss. But pain is there. Pain is natural and normal. And as we move forward in this process of dealing with the opioid issue, it is imperative that we take a different look at pain. We look at it as a way for hope. Now, that might sound counterintuitive, but pain tells us there's something wrong, and hope that there's something that can get better. The day can change in an instant. Lives can be adjusted with people working together. As I've said before, and as I'll continue to say, this opioid issue is not a individual issue. It is a community issue. It affects every community member, because if you ask people, most people know someone that has been affected by either opioids or addiction in and of itself. So what can we do for hope? Number one, I said, educate ourselves. Number two, change our language. Change how we talk about people. Number three, change in how we actually handle situations. I was watching a show called Tag, and recently the girl was asked, the woman that won the event, "What are you going to do now?" "I'm going to go have a beer to celebrate." Why? Why do we need a beer to celebrate? Why can't we celebrate in some other way? Why does substances have to be something that we turn to in situations of that nature? So number one, I challenge you to educate yourself. Number two, I challenge you to change your language. And number three, I challenge you to tell others about this. Just imagine if every individual listening to this video told one person about the effects of opioids across the spectrum. Imagine the change that would happen within our medical systems, within our law enforcement systems, within the systems that we all deal with. That change can happen today. Are you going to be part of the problem and continue to complain and not do anything, or are you going to become a solution? If you want to become part of the solution, there are different organizations to join. I am the coordinator of the Bay County Prevention Network, and you go to the Bay County Prevention Network Facebook page and see information about us. Also, I am also on the Neighbors Against Drug Abuse group. It is a grassroots effort out of the Auburn area. You can also go to their Facebook page, Neighbors Against Drug Abuse, also known as NADA. There's also an organization that specifically deals with parents called Families Against Narcotics, and that is also on a Facebook page. So what's your excuse? There's opportunities out there. I'd like you to challenge yourself to tell one person about this situation, or join one of those groups, or talk about it on your Facebook page as well. This is Barry Schmidt, the Bay County Prevention Network coordinator, and a person that believes that the opioid issue is something that can be changed. God bless.